Hey everybody, it's Wolvash, and welcome to a brand new series that is Deponia, the complete journey. Okay, so Deponia is a pretty straightforward point-and-click adventure in the vein of Monkey Island, Day of the Tentacle, Space Quest, King's Quest, Chiok, which I recently did on the channel. So you know the drill. It's look around the map, click and point on things, combine items to make new items, interact with things in weird ways to solve puzzles, and move the story along. So this is from Daedalic Entertainment, and what grabbed me on this, honestly, is, again, I'm an animation sucker, so I loved the animated art style, how clean and crisp everything was. And I'm really excited to see what kind of story this thing is going to hold, because this, the complete journey, Deponia was told in parts, and this puts them all together into one long game. So it's going to be kind of a meaty point-and-click adventure. So I did play the first section of this to kind of get used to the logic of the game and kind of see what I was getting into. So this first section is going to go a lot quicker than probably any other portion of the game, to be quite honest. Yeah, there was one I got stuck on, but it taught me a thing I'm going to have to keep an eye on and look for. So I was glad I did it. But yeah, so let's get in. We're going to go ahead into a new game and get this thing going. Yes, please. Yes, inventory on the wheel, please. And despite this being very weird, we start in Kuvak. I'm not sure it's why it's 148. I really don't know, but you always start with 1, right?
Huh? What is it now? Wasn't the game supposed to have started already?
Yeah, well, yes. But the junk press broke down, and we thought we'd use the time for a little tutorial.
Who thought that? I don't need no stinking tutorials.
So how are you going to fix the junk press?
Just watch me and learn.
Maybe you want to listen to what I have to say first?
But you don't have anything to say.
Oh, come on. It won't be long. Just point the cursor at me and left click.
We'll see about that.
Okay. Point and left click. We will talk to you.
Computer, talk to Wenzel.
You don't have to say that explicitly.
Who's talking to you?
Why, you are. You clicked on me.
Smarty pants. Just tell me what's wrong with the junk press. And stop wiggling your feet.
It's pressing only very gently now and doesn't really squish sufficiently.
Hey, every idiot can see that.
Well, why don't you present the tutorial then?
Okay, piece of cake. But first, I'll explain,
how to look at an object. We already talked to somebody.
How to look at an object.
I know that.
I see. And how?
I point my cursor at it and right-click when I see the eye icon.
Well, the theory is easy, but how about the actual practice?
Hey, this is your tutorial.
You're a cop-out, but be that as it may, I'll demonstrate. Do you see that little thingy on the floor over there? I will now use the tongue icon.
The eye icon.
Yeah, I will now click on it, thusly having a look at it. So you better watch closely.
All right, look at it.
What's that?
It's a cathode plunger.
Thanks for the input, Wenzel, but I recognize a hydro clamp duplexer when I see one. Too bad I can only look at it. A duplexer like that could be useful.
You can pick it up. You just have to point your cursor at it so the hand icon appears. If you left-click now, you'll pick it up.
There has to be an easier way.
If you say so.
No easier way. Only do.
Okay. I've picked up the duplexer, but what am I supposed to do with it now?
You put it into your inventory. That's where all the items go. You've picked up that object. Now you can open your inventory by using your mouse wheel.
Hey, there it is.
Yep.
Correct.
Boom, boom.
This is your inventory.
Yeah, I knew that.
It's where you can see what you're carrying around. You still know how to do that, don't you?
We do. And we're going to mush these together. Yin-yang, baby.
Look, Wenzel, I'm almost done.
Impressive. But I mean that.
All right. Let's plug this spare part into this inconspicuous hole here.
Huh, it fits.
Now you have to...
Hey, you don't have to spoon feed me. I'll manage the rest.
If you say so.
We're going to push the button and standing underneath the junk press.
So this is the thing I'm supposed to fix?
Yep.
You might as well give up now. It'll never work.
Look, I know. This situation might look hopeless for a layman, but as you know, hopeless is my middle name. I'll sail this ship onto the sandbank eventually.
All right.
All right. Oh, and one thing I learned is this up here is director commentary for the game. I'm not going to be using this because I don't really want the behind the scenes if I haven't even seen the scenes yet. So that guy might be floating up a lot, but we're not going to interact with him. All right, let's push the button, which is a bad idea, as you can probably guess.
Rufus, there's one more thing.
I told you I'd manage without your help. Now, all I have to do is press this button here, and right away...
Oh, how I love tutorials!
And I love this guy too. It's the same guy from the
It's
commentary.
Kind of pathetic, you get all erratic about dirty dishes congesting the sink. I'm tired of your bothers. Remember our fathers that dwelled in a world filled with rubbish and stink. But when all hope was lost, someone raised from the dust. He was handsome and cunning, his haircut had style. Courage was shining in his eyes as he said, "Screw you guys, mind your own business. I'm off now, goodbye."
Huzzah, he's off now, goodbye.
Huzzah. Deponia! I held the note. Oh. All right, here we go.
Junk. Junk. And more junk. A life of order and happiness. Oh, my bad. That was junk too. Well, that does it. I need to leave this dump. Fortunately, this time my plan is foolproof. This time everything will work out. Where did I put my list? Heck, I really have to get away from this junkyard.
Unfortunately, I'm the fool in this case. So, cool thing. They don't tell you this. I learned this from watching a review of the game. And they said that you want to know that you can actually click a button and highlight all interactable items on the screen at a time. So it'll really help you narrow things down. And you won't be clicking like the boot, like I might be want to do. I know you can like hover and see an interactable, but it's much easier to not scan the whole screen and be able to see. So kind of a weird, cheaty mechanic, but one that I love.
I can sleep when I'm dead, or if I survive and get confined to bed with broken legs.
All right. Flip it, my man.
What's this? A sock? That explains why I've had such cheesy dreams.
I don't want to know about your toe cheese, man. That's gross.
It really is time I got out of here.
All right, we'll open this up.
Ah, there's my list.
Okay.
Let's see. Seems like I've packed almost everything I need. All I need now are some provisions. A toothbrush, a pair of socks, and a bolt cutter. A bolt cutter? What the... Well, guess I must have had a reason to put it on the list.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you did. All right.
Huh. My old escape plans. Some of them weren't half bad.
Okay, so we can look at and click on everything interactable. So we can have a...
The oil is rancid. I could use it for hair wax. The best thing about it is the can.
Get little information like that. It'll be useful in solving puzzles. So it's usually a good idea to look and touch. And we will scoot on out of here. And so like he said, the best thing about the oil is the can. So we will take it and go ahead and go over here and dump it down the wash basin.
Let's get rid of this thing.
I'm going to narrate more here than anywhere else because like I know what I'm doing in this part. Once I'm out of this building, I'm going to be screwed. So I'm going to enjoy it like I'm smart for a little while. Okay, so we got that. We needed a toothbrush, so let's take a look.
It's seen better days for sure. Whoa! What the toothbrush bailed out on me. Guess I should have kept it in a more germ-free environment.
Is it the germs that are making it hop around? Because that's creepy. All right.
I usually leave that stuff for Tony. I've only used it once. But all my clothes got discolored, and the shed burned down.
Why are we washing things in the shed?
A bolt cutter is a pretty useless gadget if you think about it.
It's always the best gadget, if you think about it. Chafing chit.
Another note from Tony. What's she complaining about now?
Let's find out.
Will you please clean the bathroom for once? Yeah, right, in her dreams.
We'll open that up. Oh, nothing in there. Oh, there's a plunger here.
This could be useful.
It is useful, my friend. We'll close the bathroom door. First aid kit.
Ah, the first aid kit. It saved my life several times, but since the time I tried to build a shrapnel-propelled jet, there's no Band-Aid left. The only thing in there now is Tony's tranquilizer.
Shrapnel propelled.
Locked. Tony must have the key.
That is a dangerous plane to be around. Okay, Tony's
This
room.
is Tony's room. The lion's den. Or more aptly, the dragon's lair.
Seven.
Wow, what's that?
That is a guillotine, my friend.
A guillotine so I won't enter her room? Whoa, that girl has issues. I honestly wonder why we were ever together at all.
Well, I mean, you could get in there now if you wanted to.
Stay out of my room. You have no business in there anymore. Who does Tony think she is? I've got better things to do than rummage through her drawers.
All right, now we head down into the main area here. And let's take a look at this coat.
These coats are incredible. Unbelievable how much stuff you can cram into the pockets.
Yeah, we've discussed that. 25 things you can cram into the pockets of these coats. They are pretty amazing. Anything inside it?
I'll have a quick look. See if I can find something useful in the pockets. Hey, there really was something in there. A sock. Cool.
All right. So we've got a green sock and a blue sock. Now, if I put these together, he is not going to like this combination.
Well, those are two socks, all right. But I need a pair. I don't want to show up in Elysium dressed like an idiot.
Yep, that would be too bad. All right, go away, go away. Bitching post-it.
You scoffed all the food yet again, and I keep finding your crap in the fridge. What the hell's wrong with you? Huh? I don't understand the question.
You'll find that Rufus is an insufferable jerk. Right now, we're praying for some character growth on his part, because otherwise he should get punched in the face a lot.
How did this end up here?
All right, so now obviously we got a blue sock and a yellow sock. We'll make a second green sock, but we've got to figure that out. First thing we'll do here is...
I don't see why I, of all people, should do the dishes. I mean, Tony has much more experience with it.
We'll take that fork, and we'll take this malicious memo as well.
Do the dishes already. They won't do themselves. Oh, yeah? Well, I'll take that chance.
Okay, and I'll come over and take the nagging note.
You're not supposed to eat on the sofa. I keep finding leftovers in it. Huh? Well, isn't that a good thing?
So we got a lot happening in this little area. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to fill this thing with water. All right. And then we're going to take that pot and put it on the hot plate. Into that pot will go some detergent. Because if you recall... He said the last time he used this detergent, it discolored his socks. And that's exactly
I may not
what
be an
we
expert,
want.
but I'm sure I need a hot wash.
That's okay. You can put that sock in there anyway. We'll get to it. We'll take that yellow sock, put it in there. Boom. All right, now we need a hot wash. So we need to open the oven. We know we have a torch, but if I tried it, it would just say that there's nothing to burn. So we'll take this bunch of notes, which should make great
In you
kindling.
go.
And which will burn for a surprisingly long time, as you'll see. And boom, memos in the oven. That thing is going. We got boiling water here. Okay, probably don't need to actually let this sit. So we'll take this fork and fish out our socks.
Whoa, look at that. The sock changed color. Who would have thought it?
It'd be nice if they
Where's
showed
the other one? Clear case of subtractive color mixing.
Oh, it subtracted one sock. I got you. So we've got a pair of socks. We got a bolt cutter. We need provisions. So we will do a little recon here. If you look at here, crumbs on the sofa.
A good old sofa. Too bad I can't fit it into my escape pod. I've had the most amazing ideas sitting here. Plus, you can always find leftovers in it.
All right. So we will take this empty jar and we will combine it with the crumbs on the sofa.
Seems there are still some wasabi peas in there.
And this is so disgusting.
I guess these will make good provisions for the journey.
No, it doesn't. It's horrible. It's horrifying what you're doing here. Absolutely horrifying. So, now we want to take a peek over here. This is the part that got me stuck for a while. This is where I had to, like, learn the game and what it's thinking. So there's a little closet here we'll take a look at.
It can't be open since the handle's gone. Tony was pissed off, but I needed it to secure the door of my matter transporter. I mean, the device was unstable enough without flies going in and out.
All right. So since it is broken, we need a way to get it open. Bolt cutters don't work. The fork didn't work, which we tried already. This just says it'll burn the house down. So we'll take this plunger and stick it on the door here. All right, there we go. Now, we got a mouse hole.
The mouse skedaddled long ago, which doesn't mean that its plan was better than mine.
Only if you got off planet. So now we'll look into the mouse hole.
Ouch!
Which gives us a rat trap, of course. And through much trial and error, trying to figure this out. Oh, we're missing something. Oh, I know what we need to do. You wouldn't figure this out unless you tried this. We need to start packing the suitcase. So we're going to go ahead and throw the wasabi peas in there.
Provisions? Check. One for now, and one for the road.
And so that left us a wasabi pea, which we need to move forward. So if you hadn't put that back in the box, you wouldn't have found it. We'll go ahead and stick the bolt cutters in there since we're up here.
Bolt cutter, for whatever reason. Check.
Boom, boom, boom. And our socks.
Socks. Check.
Okay. So, this wasabi pea we learned from trial and error that it would be a great piece of bait, but we need a trap. Well, now we have a trap, so we'll combine the two. Wop, wop, wop. Magic hands.
Now the little bugger's in for a surprise.
And we will take this trap and put it in the dark corner to catch our toothbrush.
Come on, brushy, brushy, brushy. Come to Papa. Ha! Gotcha!
Which then squeals, and that's even more terrifying.
Ha, gotcha! I'll make you suffer the next time I brush my teeth.
I don't believe you brush your teeth. I have a hard time with that concept. And with that, we have a toothbrush, and we can pack our suitcase.
Toothbrush. Check. Ha! Seems like I've packed everything. Oh, I can't close it anymore. Oh, seems like I've got to unpack something. But what?
But what, you say? I didn't feel like he was going to use a toothbrush,
It doesn't
but
take that much space.
he's not worried about it.
It doesn't take that much space.
Socks don't take that much
It
space.
doesn't take that much space.
Now this bolt cutter, which we know we're going to need now because of how much they pointed to it.
I'll never be able to close the suitcase with a monster like that in there.
That is going to check
I won't
out.
need a bolt cutter where I'm going. I wonder why it was on the list in the first place.
Bolt cutters.
Now it fits.
Where we're going, we don't need bolt cutters.
Packed and ready to go.
And that is as far as I've been.
I think I just strained something.
Hey, Rufus, you should save your energy for the unavoidable drop into the abyss.
Yeah, thanks, Wenzel. You can save your sarcasm for someone less well-prepared than me. This time, I took everything into account. It'll be a stroll in the park.
Ah, that's what you said last time. It took us days to remove the cactus spikes from your butt, remember?
That's all toxic runoff under the bridge. This time, everything will work out. And when finally an Elysian orbit pixie massages my back, I'll ask her to pause for a minute so I can laugh about you.
Whatever. But say, can I have your stuff when you're gone?
Yeah, sure, help yourself. As if anything on this dump is valuable. It's time for me to leave all this behind.
Great. I hope you remembered to calibrate the harpoon.
I'll do that later, after I've stored everything in the pod.
Well, then hurry up. Well, you know that the Organon are always on time.
Okay, so let's take a quick peek. We've got the pod door, the suitcase, a wrench, a control panel, a fuse, the harpoon, I guess is what that is, and Wenzel, and an exit out of here. So let's start looking at these things one at a time.
And a sensor. My masterpiece. I've been working on this for so long. It must have been since Monday.
So long, huh? Oh, what's in here? Several things. Storage space. Look at that.
I might be able to do without this.
Without a seat? Let's open the storage space. Oh, a battery's in here.
I gotta make room for my luggage somehow.
So we'll take the
There.
battery.
And now?
Now we put the suitcase in there.
Now where shall I put it?
In the storage space.
There we go.
Now the battery needs to go in the
If
seat.
I remove the seat, it might just fit. But how? And more importantly, where shall I sit?
Okay, so we're gonna actually try and remove the seat.
No problem. Oh, crap. It's screwed tight.
Okay, so maybe we need to get the wrench.
My trusty wrench. I wonder why this wasn't on the list. Well, never mind.
Let's go grab it. What do we got over here? We'll take a look at these things. Oh, I can
I'll have
interact
to
with us.
prepare the escape pod first.
Good.
I want to be better prepared this time.
I don't want to launch without it, you know.
This will be the most spectacular departure ever.
Or the worst death they've seen in a long time.
I just need to prepare my escape pod for launch, adjust the harpoon, light the fuse, and then it's showtime. Then the rockets will shoot a powerful electromagnet toward a passing Organon cruiser. The escape pod is connected to that very powerful electromagnet via a long chain. Once the magnet is attached to the Organon cruiser, I can reel in the chain with a pedal-operated winch system and pull myself and the pod up. Then, the cruiser will bring me directly to Elysium. This time, nothing can go wrong.
Yeah, it sounds like nothing can go wrong there. Do we want to try and wrench that seat off?
I might be able to do without this.
Okay, so then we'll put the battery in there since you wanted to do that first time.
But how's it going to be attached? And more importantly, where shall I sit?
Okay. Well, I mean, it was your plan, so I don't know. But we'll figure that out in a minute. Let's go talk to Wenzel.
Trusty Wenzel. I wonder how he's going to cope without me. I should send him a postcard. Hey, Wenzel, still stuck in no man's land? It's your own fault, dunce. Yeah, something along those lines.
Like I said, he's just a big fat jerk to everybody so far. I mean, it's only been Wenzel and Tony who we haven't met, but still.
Hey, Wenzel.
What's up?
Okay. Any signs of the Organon yet?
Any signs of the Organon yet?
No, but they'll be here. The Organon are always on time. It's no accident that we set the town hall clock by them.
What else do you know about the Organon?
What else do you know about the Organon?
Just as little as you.
So that's really nothing.
Exactly. Their motives are as unclear as our water.
Ah,
Good
yes.
thing they leave us alone.
The gnat's piss, I know. Do you think there are any boundless riches in Elysium?
Do you also think there are boundless riches in Elysium?
Don't know. I'm happy with what I got.
Yeah, but I will have so much more. Aw, poor Wenzel.
Do you think no one has to work in Elysium?
And do you also think that no one has to work in Elysium?
Just a moment. You're not even working now.
Well, that's what I mean. I'm meant to be up there.
Do you think the Elysian women are the most beautiful of all?
And don't you think the Elysian women are the most beautiful of all?
I've never really understood why Tony and you aren't together anymore.
Yeah, well, that's why you'll be rotting in this forsaken hole forever. I deserve better than having to listen to lectures about my laziness and my unreliability all the time.
Yeah. I have a pile of notes that would have told you why they're not together, but I burned them to dye my socks. Let's talk about the plan.
About the plan.
Are there any problems?
Problems? No. The plan is perfect. But
Where do I put the battery?
where shall I put the battery?
Couldn't you have thought of building a compartment or something before?
I had other things on my mind, okay?
You slept through the whole afternoon while I assembled the telescope.
Well, I have to feel rested when I get to Elysium.
Of course you have. Anything else?
What happens when I'm done with the pod?
Now, what happens when I've got the pod ready?
We wait for the Organon cruiser. As soon as it's here, you light the fuse and jump into the cockpit. You have calibrated the harpoon, right?
Not yet, but there'll be plenty of time for that.
If you say so.
All right. Pack, calibrate, light fuse, and I'll launch myself into the upper spheres.
Well, at
POOF.
least there's a chance that the magnet will hit the cruiser, but...
No buts. This time, everything will work. I'll show you. I'll show everybody.
It will be a spectacle, no doubt. Any other problems?
No, this time it'll work out.
This time, it'll work out. I just know it.
Sure, Rufus, of course.
All right, and this is how we gotta do that to exit the
Why?
conversation.
Of course not! Of course! How could I ever think such a thing?
All right, I'll get back to work.
I'll go back to work then.
You better do that. You haven't got much time left.
All right, well, we looked at everything there is here pretty much right now, so let's go back into Tony's house. Oh, I have a wrench now, don't I? Is it still in my inventory? A wrench and a seat. I wonder if I can get the thing out, the first aid kit out with that.
Luckily, I'm a gifted lockpicker. Damn, that would have been a piece of cake with the right tool.
That's a no, okay. Can I get the bolt cutters now? No, it will not let me have those bolt cutters. That's such a mistake. Oh, it's such a mistake. Leaving that burning is a mistake too, but we've got other problems right now. Okay, what do we got out here? Back in the house, we have a doorbell, a chili pepper, a mailbox, and Hannock. Ooh, I don't know what that is. Flying canister, I don't know. All right, doorbell, press it. That's weak. That's really weak. All right, chili pepper.
Tony always had weird tastes concerning flowers. Ouch! Hot.
Alrighty then. What about Hannock?
He's blocking the way to the village center. Oh, it doesn't matter though. I'm going the other direction anyway.
Oh, with a mailbox too.
A saddle-shaped box. A classic.
All right, come on, mailbox.
No problem. Oh, crap. It's screwed tight.
Okay, that's okay. So was the seat. Oh, saddle-shaped mailbox. We put the mailbox on the seats. That's my saddle. And then there's a compartment to put the battery in. Oh, we solved it. Nice.
He's blocking the way to the... Oh, it doesn't matter.
Let's talk to him.
Hello, Hannock.
Hey,
Rufus.
I'm really terrible with names.
Is the tunnel closed again?
Is the tunnel closed again?
Yes, we had another collapse in Sector 7.
Another junk slide? All this trash is really driving me nuts. I'm glad I'll be gone for good soon.
Are you?
You bet.
Well, I only know you won't be leaving through this tunnel.
Have you seen Tony anywhere?
Did you see Tony anywhere?
Tony?
Big, angry, breathes fire. My former girlfriend.
Tony. Well, I guess she's down in her store, working, like everybody else, except you.
I will finally leave this junk heap of a planet.
I'll finally leave this junk heap of a planet.
Oh, yeah. Another one of your brilliant plans?
This time, it's absolutely foolproof.
Yeah, that's right. You being a fool and all. But I reckon you running around here has got nothing to do with any other problems.
No, it hasn't.
Well, good for you.
Well, if the plan is foolproof, but
Okay, the plan itself is foolproof, but
Here we go.
I just need to prepare the couch for the launch, adjust the harpoon, light the fuse, and then it's showtime.
I just need to prepare the capsule for the launch, adjust the harpoon, light the fuse, and then it's showtime!
Uh-huh. Then what?
The escape pod is connected to that very powerful electromagnet via a long chain. Once the magnet is attached to the Organon cruiser, I can reel in the chain with a pedal-operated winch system and pull myself and the pod up.
I see. And then?
Then, the cruiser will bring me directly to Elysium.
Well, I really don't see how this plan of yours could go wrong.
Don't worry, I'll make it. I knew about this.
Don't worry, I'll make it.
Sure.
I'll write you a postcard from Elysium.
I'll write you a postcard from Elysium.
You go ahead and do that.
All right. Can we do something with that chili pepper? Can we burn it?
It's hot enough.
Can we
This
wrench
would make a
it?
fabulous all-round.
No,
Nah.
it wouldn't.
That-
Can we wrench the pepper?
There's nothing that needs to be screwed here.
Okay. Can we put a seat on the pepper?
Nope, I've been sitting on my butt long enough.
All right, I'm with you. Okay. Back to Tony's house. And let's go ahead and sneak on out the door, I guess. Still nothing we can do there. Okay, it is what it is. All right, so let's head on down here. And I know what we're doing next time. We're going to be throwing the mailbox on the seats and putting the battery in the mailbox and then launching, I guess. But we will pick up here next time. Guys, thank you so much for joining me on this point and click adventure. And hopefully you'll enjoy it. Again, what I'm attracted to right now is the look of it. The look of it is just fantastic. And I hope that everything else stays with it. All right, so next time we will fix up the pod and hopefully launch ourselves into space. Guys, thanks for watching. See you next time. Take care.